It's our Fit Pod Show. It's our Fit Pod Show. It's our Fit Pod Show. It's our Fit Pod Show.
What is up, podcaster? I am Liam. No ailments for me. Tidbit, just had a great weekend. Just hanging out with Ben the whole time.
Yeah.
So just.
Oh,
sorry, Alec.
okay.
Just.
I thought you were going to say because I saw on your Insta you had a beautiful little picnic and wine
Yes.
with your wife, but no, it's
No,
because
I
you
was
were
there.
with Ben. What?
I was there. I was out of frame, but I was there.
He was on the other side.
Oh, really?
I caught up with Ben 3 times.
Okay.
We caught up with a mate at a pub.
Mm-hmm.
Caught up with another mate for breakfast,
Mm-hmm.
and then he came for some park sushi.
Champagne.
But the next time we catch up, you will be invited.
No, you know I don't. You guys are legitimately friends. I'm a colleague.
We're friends
I'm
with
a
you.
colleague. I get that.
You guys are legitimately friends. I'm a colleague.
It's true.
That's not
Like
the
you're not
case.
going to be like, "Hey, Belle, come to the pub," and I get that. That's fine.
We should all
fine.
go to the pub this weekend.
You're just saying that because we're all going to be in Adelaide.
Well, it would just be convenient, I suppose, if we're all there on a work trip. Then we could all, but not as
Okay.
colleagues, as friends. We should.
Mm.
Would you be able to find some time for that, Ben? Do you think?
I wasn't listening, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
my
I was just saying that
God.
it would be nice because we're heading to Gather Round
Yep.
for Adelaide, driving over. Some listeners are coming along. You can win on the show. Register if you'd like.
Yep.
We should find some time to maybe find a nice pub.
Yep.
And all head to the pub together and just have a bit of a tipple.
Are we going to wear the T-shirts that we wore on the weekend that said Belfry Weekend?
Oh, I don't know about that.
I'm joking. There's no shirts, Belle.
When the bells are where the birds are play.
So wait,
no
was-
one said that at
hang on.
any point of the
Was
weekend.
Sam there as well?
No, Sam wasn't there.
So you were third wheeling with Sarah and
No,
Liam?
I wasn't there on the picnic.
Ah!
You've been fooled. But we planned that joke on you the other 2 times we caught up.
Yeah. We
So
caught
you-
up twice.
We did catch up twice.
So you had dinner and breakfast.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, it was more like
Like a late lunch.
late lunch and
Who with?
breakfast. What?
Friend.
Just 2 mates. Yeah,
Do I know them?
you would know them both.
You would know
yes.
them, yeah.
Okay.
They both
so-
start with C.
Yeah,
Chris
they
and
do.
Carlo.
Oh. Okay.
Did you
Did you want to
Did you want to be in that?
invite to that?
Did you-
No. It's an interesting group of people.
It wasn't together. It was separate.
Oh no, I'm talking about just the breakfast. I thought you had breakfast, all 4 of you, and I was like, that's
No,
an
no,
interesting
No,
group.
no.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I love a
That's
good
separate.
breakfast.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
You said that on the day, Liam.
It's great.
If you were there, you would have heard the conversation.
Yeah, you would have heard it. Sam was there as well. Freddie was there.
Well, I did text Ben over the weekend, and
You
I
did,
apologize.
yeah.
The first thing I said in my text was, "I'm so sorry
You
to
don't,
text
yeah,
you."
Belle,
on
if
the
you
weekend."
text me on a weekend, you don't have to apologise. Like,
sorry.
I
Your
opened-
colleague Belle here. I'm so sorry.
Hope you're
Outside of
enjoying
business
I
hours.
hope you're enjoying your Belfry weekend. I know this breaks the
Little did I
rule.
know you were sitting across the table from Liam.
Yeah, Belle
He-
messaged me.
sorry.
The message pinged off, and he looked at his phone, and I looked at it at the same time, and we both looked at each other and went,
Yeah.
sighed.
Belle messaged me on the weekend, and it the first, because you know, and you get a message and you can see it as a banner before you open it, and all I could see was sorry for the message on a Sunday. Then I opened it, and then she asked the question after the sorry.
Yeah.
Did when you got it, were you like,
She knows the rule. No, I replied within 2 minutes.
You did. I was stunned because Christian was like, "Just message Ben," and I was like, "Oh, I don't know," and I was really nervous. And then I did, and then I was like, "Oh, he's gonna see it and put his phone down, and he's not gonna want to reply for like 2 hours." But then you replied straight away, and I was
Did you
like,
go?
"Whoa!"
what was the
Yes.
cue? What was the question?
I asked him. Do you remember he said a while ago that he and Sam did a thing on the weekend where they went to a winery and had like a picnic basket and went out into the gardens? And okay, well, he did. And so I texted
Probably
him.
forgot about it from the million beers we had on the weekend.
Well, I texted him and said, where was that? Because we were tossing around where to go yesterday. And then, yes,
And you
replied.
went?
It was beautiful. Yes, we did. It was beautiful.
To me, when I got it, I laughed to myself and thought that screams like, and obviously that's totally fine. You are a couple without a child, but you making plans at 11:30 on a Sunday is wild. Like when you have a child, you got to make plans 3 weeks before you make the plan. You know what I mean? Like you're not on a Sunday. You're not going, what should we do today?
We have a rule where because that's our only day together.
Yeah.
It's like
And
the
you
full
started
day
planning
together.
it at 11:30.
Yeah, so we usually like literally sit and have coffee till like 11 on a Sunday, and then the rule is then we start talking about the day. We don't plan ahead. On
I'm
a
ready for a
Sunday.
nap by 11.
What?
That's
Oh my
wild.
gosh.
But no, the picnic when we went, it was lovely. Big oak tree. And
Yep,
it's-
we sat near that.
It's the winery where you go in and they give you like a checklist and you just go through and there's a bunch of stuff on there and you just tick whatever you want. So you want some prosciutto, they got prosciutto, you want some cheese, whatever you want, drinks. You go through, you tick it all, and then you give them the list, and then they give you back a picnic basket filled with the stuff. A little on the exy side of things, I would say, but it's a very lovely experience. And then you go up under the oak tree and you can have a picnic.
Yeah, it's when you like if you want olives, like you have to buy the whole jar.
Yep.
And then they give you the whole jar. So you
Yeah.
can't just like have like, 5 olives. It's
Yeah.
like, no, you got to pay for the whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went up to the tree and then I asked the lady how old the tree was because it didn't say. It's 1890 at least.
Wow.
I was like, you know what? Younger than I thought.
Was it
but very
busy?
nice. No,
When
not
we
at
went, there was
all.
no one there.
Yeah. Oh, that's sad.
Oh,
Then
no,
maybe
we went. It opens at 11. We got there at 11.
Oh, yeah, real child with,
Yeah.
with child behavior. No,
Yeah.
we got there at like 2.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was
Were you up there
lovely.
by yourself?
Yeah, up near the tree,
Nice.
just us.
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel like people don't know the garden's up there,
No, because the people that were there were sitting
down by the
yeah,
benches
and I was
and
like,
the tables.
what are these
yeah.
people doing? Anyway, so Liam, you must go.
Yeah, I know. I really felt I stepped in the shoes of the listener there,
Yeah.
someone who hasn't been and doesn't know
Well,
what you're talking
if
about.
you're
I'm just like,
in Victoria,
Okay.
if you're in Victoria and you want a good picnic at a winery, or you're visiting Victoria, Kellybrook Wineries, it's called.
all right, yeah,
really
sounds nice. I did you notice my new kicks, guys?
Oh,
Can you lift
yeah.
them up?
Okay, Liam, I did,
Yeah.
but to be honest, how
Oh.
many new pairs of Adidas do you have? Because I feel like every week you come in and you have a new
Yeah,
pair
I'm
of
a
Adidas.
sponsored athlete, so
I'll be
Are
honest.
you
I
actually?
feel like every pair of shoes you own is Adidas.
yeah, I know. I mean, I like the Adidas.
Did you
Better
get sent
guy.
them?
Yeah, there's got a bit of a,
It looks like every other shoe you wear though. Like they all look the same.
Yeah, I know that. You might find this interesting, but could you just read that
Oh, here we
for
go.
me?
Oh,
Did you
no.
wear extra large shoes today? It says US 11.
Interesting. It's a whole size bigger than you. Weird.
Have
I
you- how many times have you checked?
only just
Can
noticed
I
that.
put the shoe on?
Oh, if you can cram in there, mate. I mean,
See,
Yeah,
they're,
mate,
really,
I do have a
12. Sorry.
I'm gonna put the shoe on.
You'll be swimming around in it.
they're really nice shoes, but like I said, I was looking at them earlier in the office and I was like,
Mm.
I can't tell anymore if they're new or you've had
Yeah,
them.
no, brand new.
Because
First time.
you
Wasn't
you
today.
have so many that I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
no, it's a bit of a thanks to my friends at Adidas.
Really? so hang on, you don't have an affiliation because I thought you were with Reebok.
Oh no, I was just pumped by Reebok for one night only. And I gave you my Reeboks.
I mean, I've just put the shoe on.
Flippers.
Fits really well.
Absolute flippers.
Fits really nicely. Good arch support.
Mate, you'd be tripping all over the shop if you tried to wear
If
them.
anything, a little snug.
And no, I didn't buy a shoe size 1 higher so I could come back the next week and say I was an 11
They're like, last
because
time
I
we
was
sent you
embarrassed.
shoes.
I was embarrassed in a 10.
Last
but
time we sent you a size 10 and now you want a size 11? Yeah.
I don't. Oh, I could. To be honest, these are a little tight, so I'll probably get 12s next time.
So how does that work? Do you have to do a post or something for them? No, you just got given them?
No.
Do you have any spare pairs that you don't want?
I'll have a look.
Okay.
Sorry, I just had to
Liam
get the
almost
shoe back
fell
on.
over putting a shoe on. Are you okay?
I know, because my feet are just so big. It's such a task getting them in.
But if your feet
getting
were
them in.
so big, you have better balance, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are the specials.
Yeah, I can see that.
Nice.
Any other business? I can move on to mine if you want.
Yeah, no, absolutely, mate. That would be good. Ben is also here.
Present. A couple of quick tidbits. First one, over the weekend, I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Shadows at the moment. That's kind of just what Sam and I are doing. Whenever we get spare time, we play that. But we did try and sneak on a movie. Just didn't get through it all the way, but started watching Venom: The Last Dance.
Ah, when he turns the horse into a venom
Have you
at some
seen it?
point. No, I've seen the trailer.
Yeah, that's probably the
Because-
coolest part.
If you would remember, we had a brief from our good friends at Domino's for the Venom Last Dance
That's right.
pizza,
Yep.
which we didn't win. That
Had,
was
like,
not on our
black
show.
aioli on it. Or
Black
something.
aioli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Venom's such a weird, guilty pleasure for me where I used to watch a lot of superhero movies. I don't watch any of them anymore. And then now when I do watch them, I think I've just grown up a bit where I'm like, I just don't get that into them. If they did like a really good one, I'm sure I'd still like it. But for some reason, Sam and I have seen every Venom probably twice.
What?
And then this is the first time Venom Last Dance. We just realised
'Cause it's on streaming
it was
now.
available to stream. So we're like,
Yeah.
oh man, we've got to watch Venom Last Dance. And it's just such a guilty pleasure where like it's
It's the third one, yeah?
Yeah, it's the third one. And you're watching it, you know it's not great, but I like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I recommended it, I reckon you would come back and say, why would you do that? But I like it. I enjoy it.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes movies are like Jason Statham movies. Like I know they're not good. They're all the
Yeah,
same.
they're not critically acclaimed.
No, it's not going to win an Oscar, but it's like it's pretty entertaining for 90 minutes. I'm not going to watch
Yeah.
it again, but I'm like, yeah, it's sort of.
Yeah.
I think everyone knows that sometimes. It's just things that are just.
Yeah. Other quick bit of business was, remember how it was like 2 weeks ago now, I said Dad broke his leg, like shattered
Oh,
it in all
yeah.
the places, and he had the big full leg cast. And I was chatting to him on the weekend, said, how's the leg going? He said, yeah, good, out of the cast now. And I was like, that's quick. And he said, well, yeah, they wanted me to leave it on, but I didn't want it on, so he took it off.
God.
And I was like, well, I wanted the story. I said, what happened? And he said, well, I went to the waiting room for a checkup, and they left me waiting. So I left.
That is
Oh
what
my
happens in
God.
waiting rooms.
And then they called him and were like, Mr. Harvey, where are you? And he said, well, I was there and you took too long, so I'm going home. And they said, well, can you come back? And he said, no. and they said, but we have to check the major operation on your legs, not, rotted.
Yeah.
yeah.
And he said, I don't know what he said from that point, but he went home and then he removed the cast. And then I said, well, what about stitches? Because it's got like, it's from
Yeah.
it's from the ankle up to the knee.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
big.
But I think his plan is just to go to the vet and get him taken out.
Look, 'cause
Okay.
it's closer.
Well, no, because he's just got a mate who's a vet, so he'll take the stitches.
It's like in movies when someone gets shot and they
Yeah,
they know
yeah.
a dodgy vet who
Yeah.
can like clean their wound.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
That is, honestly, I do not even wonder why you are the way you are now.
It's also
I-
funny though
I
because
said-
sometimes you think just like, oh, like Ben Stubbins, not really compared to,
Yeah.
like, do you know what I mean? Like not actually that much.
10% of his dad.
Yeah, I said to my sister when we first found out it happened, and she said he's getting his leg in a cast, and I said, "There's no way he will leave that on." I said, "There's no way he'll cut it off. He'll absolutely cut it off.
Does he just get home and get a pair of scissors and start
He just
like,
doesn't want it on. He just doesn't want that."
What?
It's like
Doesn't want
walking
that.
around.
Well,
on
then,
it.
no, he was, and my sisters, because I was speaking to Bianca about it, and she was like, "I told him, Dad, I don't think you should put any weight on it."
It's like,
And
what are
he
you
said,
doing?
he said, "No, I've got to get it moving."
Wow.
Like he's running off a corky or something.
Yeah.
His legs like exploded.
So I've got to use it. I've got to like.
To be honest,
Use
it's like,
it or
you know-
lose it.
You know, and like parents be like, "Oh, when you got a bandage, you like let it air out."
Mm.
It's like that, but on steroids.
But I think people do
Wow.
have, like, they lose muscle mass in certain limbs. Like, if you have a cast on your arm,
Yeah.
their arm goes weak.
Yeah.
And
He
it
doesn't want
isn't
that.
good to move it. Remember when we double plastered your arms?
I do, yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
That was funny.
And I did it at the time, it was 2017, and I thought it would be funny if it was at the time the dab was real big.
That's
So we plastered my arms in the dab motion, which is, my right arm was on a 90 degree, which is normal, but my left arm was dead straight. And when we asked for that, they said, "Oh, no, you shouldn't do that." And we're like, "Why not?" And they said, "Oh, well, because when your arm's straight, blood will build up, whereas for some reason on a 90 degree, blood doesn't build up in it." And they said, "If you do it straight, blood will build up." And I said, "Oh, it'll be fine. Do it for the bit. It'll be funny." 12 hours after it was on, it was throbbing. Like, it was throbbing, and it really hurt. My arm swelled up. And I hadn't had an operation on my arm, but I did at home. I did have to cut it off because it was hurting
Yeah.
too bad.
It's around that time at like Triple J as well. There were a lot of times we'd be like, "Oh, we've got this idea," and you might get someone saying like, "No, I don't think that's a good idea," or like, "You shouldn't do that." Or I remember there was a lot of pushback on that one, and I was like, "Why? Like, it's so good."
Mm.
And now I think back on it, I'm like, that was pretty strange.
I still like
spent
the
It's kind of
so
funny.
long.
I
It's
still
kind
like
of
the
funny, but
because
it was like you'd never had a cast. You wanted people to sign your cast.
Yeah, but do you know how much time and effort that, like, we were at that hospital for so long, and then we had to spend heaps of time at your house getting footage and stuff. And I was like,
It all-
I have a weird OnlyFans type video of Liam undressing Ben on my phone still.
It was in the cast, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like trying to get dressed.
I
and
think
we
there was
were,
a gag where I was like wiping your ass with a long stick.
Yes.
Like
That's
a rag on a
Yeah, yeah,
rag on a
yeah,
pole
brushed
type
his
thing.
teeth. Like, we spent
It
so
all
long.
it all started because I think it was a live radio break where we were laughing because casts came up and we were laughing because you and I both never had casts growing up, and we always thought the kid at school who had a cast was kind of cool.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that was where the
it
idea
is
was
true.
born.
Like it is.
Yeah.
You're
'Cause
a
you're
bit
like, "Oh,
jealous. Like, oh, they're getting attention because
Something cool happened to them. They must have fallen off a motorbike.
Oh, we still had the cast.
Yeah, I think it's in the office somewhere.
Do we still have it?
Yeah, I think so. We didn't throw it out.
Yeah, one of them.
We kept the
There's
right
a few
angle.
relics of bits gone by floating around the office.
Yeah,
We've
but
still
then
got
some
the
just disappear.
we've got a mural. It's just of Liam and I, but it says Adelaide's strongest breakfast show
Very cool.
because we weren't number one at the time, but we said we were the strongest
Yeah.
in a physical fight, and it's like us with our shirts off.
Yeah, because every radio station says, it's the favourite or it's
Yeah.
the whatever. And then you're like, we're the
Strongest.
strongest. I'm
Very
surprised you didn't say the
strong.
tallest.
yeah.
Well, that is true as well. We are actually the
Yeah.
tallest tower of Mark Prosciutto.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. I don't
Any
have
business for Bell?
No, I don't really have any. The only thing was I was going to talk about texting you yesterday, but we've already done that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so and when are we thinking
I'm
Pub.
free whenever.
pub
I'm
day?
free whenever.
Maybe Ben and I'll go out Thursday, Friday. We'll just scope out the pubs 'cause it's been a while since we've lived there. And if we find a good one, we'll let you know and we'll do something on
You'll let me know after
the
you've been.
Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
If
You're
we've-
going to be with all your mates. We're going to Adelaide. You are going to be chock-a-block catching up with your Adelaide friends. Not so much
I
you,
am
Ben, but
fairly chock-a-block with the Adelaide friends. So much so that we've, very lucky we've all been able to gather around tickets.
yeah.
And it's like it's like survival of the fittest. You're sort of like, oh, Bill, you seem like you got a bit of chesty cough there. You sure you should be doing 2 games today? You're going to be using those 2 tickets? Ben, get home to your boy. You shouldn't be here.
Do you have people like banging the door down for
No,
tickets from you?
I actually don't. But I
No?
know people would want them.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh,
I
yeah.
would.
I like to say yes to tickets and then know they're there and then not use them.
See, that's so.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
You are.
It's
a
nice.
dick.
It's nice knowing that if it's halftime watching the game at home and the fire's on, and I'm like, I could be at that game. Even if I wanted to go now, I could still make
That
it.
is so mean of you. That is so mean of you.
I'm obviously joking.
No, you're not.
Yes,
That's the
I
sad
am.
reality.
I'm not. I am joking.
Huh? But yes, it will be good.
Okay.
I'm excited to actually, for the first time, see Gathering. I haven't seen it before.
Yeah, I was there when it was on last year, just at a wedding, so I didn't actually see the
So you haven't seen
game.
Gathering.
Yeah.
No, I've been in Adelaide whilst it's been on, but I've not been able to go to any of the games.
I'm not
so
excited for
that's
the game at all because we're playing Hawks, last game of the round, and I kept saying, "Oh, this is going to be such a good game." That was at the start of the season. Now I'm just dreading
You
it
think
because
it's going to get
we're
battered?
we're playing so bad. And there's a bit to play for, obviously, with last year, Port versus Hawks, bit of history there. But I'm like, I don't see them playing very well.
Oh,
at
was
all.
that the one where they yelled?
Yeah.
Is that the one where Ken Hinkley
Yeah,
yelled
after the
at-
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was that.
He got $20,000 fine for it.
And then now
Ah.
they're playing again.
Yeah, this is the
Are they
first
doing
game.
that on purpose?
Yeah, they've done it as the last game for absolutely on purpose.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, good on him. That's a
Couldn't-
great
Couldn't
move.
have been worse than Liverpool against Fulham last night.
They
Jesus.
beat him.
No. No, no. Yeah, they shouldn't have. They've lost their second game this season, and they conceded 3 goals in the first half, which they haven't done in almost 5 years. So
Did you get up
Oof.
early for it?
stayed up late. Yeah,
Oh,
What time was it?
11 p.m. is pretty cruisy, really. Chill.
it's not that late.
That's super late in my world.
Well, yes, you have a child.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
Yeah.
Fizzled out.
Yeah, it did fizzle a bit, but
they're allowed to fizzle.
Okay.
Sweet.
alright.
Pub night.
Bye.
Looking forward to it.
Oh.
And that's it!
Like that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Bell.